G'day, welcome back to day 3 on the boat. Today the plan's going to be to put a clear coat on. I've just come out and I've checked it this morning and it seems to be like it's adhered enough, but I'd love to put a clear coat on just to make sure that it's going to stick on properly and not going to come off. I want to get back on the trailer and hopefully going to paint the inside. I'll show you a bit later, but it's been brushed and it was a pretty crappy sort of job previously. It's like this random blue colour, so I'm just going to spray it all out white, and then the plan will be at some point to build a little casting deck and put some marine carpet, tidy up the inside, tidy up all the electrical. This coming week I'm going to get the motor running as well. I've got to work with a mechanic and he's going to help me hopefully get that engine running. It's pretty clean on the inside, so it should start up pretty good. But yeah, main plan for this morning is to get some clear coat and get that on and get it on the trailer and go from there. So thanks for tuning in and we'll see what happens. Next step, orbital sander, and just get rid of all this old contact adhesive on these old original seats. These are going to have probably just some new marine carpet on there. I've got some other of the original seats that I cleaned up. You would have seen that in the other video that slide on over there. And I'm still deciding what I do with the front. I'm thinking about putting a bit of a cast deck in at the front and building a bit of a false floor with some storage in here as well. So anyway, let's start sanding.
Could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down.
So I just made sure to get the majority of that old contact adhesive off. It's going to have new stuff and then new carpet, so I didn't have to get it perfect, but just make sure that it lasts longer when I redo it. So I was using orbital sander, which gives it a nice finish, but it just wasn't really getting through it, so I went and got the grinder with a flappy disc. And next job is to use the blower and just blow it all out. Might start sanding a bit of the bottom, and then I might be ready for a bit of primer inside, which is exciting. It's come a long way. So the next step, as you can see, we've moved location. We're now in my garage and I'm amazed it fits in here because there was so much junk everywhere. But anyway, I've been able to magically fit it in here, and the next step is to paint the inside of the hull. I'm gonna paint it like a gunmetal grey sort of colour. I was gonna do white, but I figured it might be really bright in the sun and a bit too harsh on the eyes. So I'm gonna go with this grey, and then there'll be marine carpet and those sorts of things as well. So let's do that now.
You can lie, you can try, but you'd like to leave this feeling. We've got to breathe, to dig, to leave the life we are dreaming. It could go wrong, but I'm just a nest. You must be lonely, but you could be crazy if you keep looking down. You should try no more.
Okay, so that's it for day 3 or 4, but that's it for part 2 of this video anyway. I really want to thank you for tuning in. Today we got the inside coated. I just came home from work and I quickly slapped on a coat, so I'm really happy with how that's drying. It may need a second coat, I'm pretty sure it will, so I'll put that on in the next few days once this is all dry. Other than that, the next step will be the marine carpet, some electrical wiring, and then installing some accessories. I went and got a winch for the trailer and some nav lights, so I've got some things like that to install. I'd really love to install, I'm pretty sure they're pronounced like a bimini, which is like the shade for the tinnies. I really want to get one of those on just to make it comfortable. I want to mention quickly the motor. So it came with, I'm pretty sure it's like a 98 model Mercury 2-stroke, and we've just been doing little bits and pieces on it at work because I work with a mechanic and I wouldn't really be comfortable pulling it apart myself. But basically the carby looks really clean, the gearbox looks fairly tidy. We pulled that apart today. We just want to make sure it's engaging into gear properly. We accessed the impeller today and I was really surprised. It doesn't look like it's dried out at all. It looks pretty much brand new, so that saves me a bit of money having to replace that. So that's good. So all we've got to do really is replace the fuel line assembly today, so we've just got to run some fuel through it and hope that it starts. So fingers crossed, because that would be awesome. And other than that, we're getting pretty close to a nearly finished boat, so that's pretty exciting. And I guess I've really enjoyed making this and working on the boat, so I think in the future I'd really love to try to do maybe a fiberglass half cabin or something like that. So if you have enjoyed this and you have enjoyed tuning in, then let me know, because that would really inspire me to keep going and maybe work on some new projects in the future. Let me know what else you want to see on the channel. I'm really keen on camping and fishing and outdoorsy type stuff, mountain biking, all that sort of stuff. So if there's anything you want to see, just let me know. And other than that, I'll probably see you in part 3.
Sometimes I think about myself. I wish I was